Hi, this afternoon I'm going to show you how to make one of our family favorites, chip beef dip. I originally started making this dip when we belonged to a couple of card clubs. We lived in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and it's a nice make-ahead dip that you can have for your card club, or even in the summertime if you're anticipating a large group of people and you want to have something made ahead. It's a great little appetizer, and I'll show you how easy it is to put together. So we're going to start out with 8 ounces of cream cheese, half a cup of sour cream, and 2 tablespoons of milk. And I just have the cream cheese at room temperature, which makes it a lot easier to mix. And if you forget to get it out, then you might want to use your mixer, hand mixer, or the stand mixer. We're just going to add in the half a cup of cream cheese and the 2 tablespoons of milk. And you can stir it just with a wooden spoon, or if it's a little bit stiff, you can use a whisk or a fork to get it all stirred up well before you add the rest of your ingredients. And this dip recipe is not only good hot, which is how I'm going to be serving it to my company, but you can also make it, and if you have leftovers, it's great heated, either heated or just eat it cold for a little bedtime snack, or afternoon snack. And I have another recipe that you could also add green pepper to it, but my family isn't too partial to it tasting like green pepper, so I just make it plain. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, then we are going to add the chip beef. It calls for 3 ounces of dried beef. And the bag that I get is actually only 2.5 ounces, which is what I'm putting in today. But it is a little bit better if you have the 3 ounces. And then I just take my pastry shears and cut it just like that. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy when you're cutting it. You just put this in like so. So 3 ounces of dried beef, 2 tablespoons of minced onion or dried onion. And because I don't have the 3 ounces of dried beef, I added just a little bit less of the onion. And then 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. So we're just going to put that in like that. And you stir that until it's all mixed in. When I am having a larger group, for example, when we used to belong to these card clubs, I would make a double recipe, and that would go in a 2-quart size casserole baking dish. And that is all that's to it. So we're going to take, you can take a flat dish, you can take a pie. This is can be used for a quiche pan or a tart pan, but you can just use a pie pan or some kind of casserole dish. And we're just going to pour that in here. And when I've had leftovers, I've actually even frozen the dip and then just get it out, thawed in the refrigerator before you're ready to serve it. And then we're going to top it with, I've already chopped pecans, so a half a cup of chopped pecans. Just take those in your hand like that, and because this is a little bit larger dish than a smaller casserole dish that I often use, you might need to put more chopped pecans on it. As I said, it's a nice make-ahead dish. If you're having your company tonight, you can have to go to work during the day, so you can make it the night before, and then it's all set to go the next night. You just put it in a preheated oven, 350 degrees, and you can then bake it for 15 minutes to 30 minutes. If you're putting it in cold, then it's going to take more, like 30 minutes or so, and it's going to be done when it starts to get bubbly. And I just happen to have one made and finished baking. And it was bubbly. We're just going to put it on a little wrought iron stand and then take it back over to the counter. My family likes a variety of crackers, so this is just kind of a generic Triscuit style cracker that I have all set to go. Wheat Thins are also very good. So you just, when you're taking this to your event, you can either take a butter knife or some other kind of fancy butter spreader of sorts. If you're having a Christmas party or some kind of a holiday party, a birthday party, you can get lots of different fun, types of spreaders. And then you just put just a nice serving on your cracker. Everybody can help themselves, and it's just a nice little make-ahead dip. So, from a slice of heaven, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of my show, and until next time, happy cooking.